And we all have those many, many, many different colors and different hues within them. So to say that, well, I got to be me, we already naturally do that shift. We naturally adjust our approach. I'm sure, are either of you major football fans or have other sports that you particularly love? Is there a Manchester United or somebody else that you've got
Careful.
to scream at the telly for? No, wrong one?
Very difficult territory, this, especially in the UK.
All right. So I take that as a yes. That's an
yes.
important part. Okay.
Exactly.
So everyone's got their team. And when you're watching the game and they're having a terrible day and the calls from the officials are going against them and they're unjust calls, I'm guessing there are some language that might come out of you or might come out of your listeners that you might not use in business meetings. Would that be a fair assumption?
Right, for sure.
So we'll call that your, whatever is the color of your team of choice.
Purple.
Your purple from your spectrum. Wonderful. So we all naturally already adjust. And that is what's referred to as code switching. And again, as a linguist, it's a term that is used very neutrally. So we code switch, meaning we adjust for our audience. There's also on the far end of that term, there is an unhealthy kind of code switching, which is referred to, at least in many circles here, as covering, which is where you feel like you have to hide who you truly are. And that often has ethnic or racial or gender or some other kind of connotation to it. And we're not condoning that by any stretch of the imagination. But that's one, just like manipulation is a negative form of influence, which is neutral. Similarly, code switching is neutral, covering is negative, and we're not condoning that.
It's fascinating because if one is asked to just be authentic, you think, okay, I've got my default mode. Authentic me has one color from the palette, I suppose, and I just go to that default and I use that. And what I'm hearing you say is actually, no, you can be authentic, but be aware that you've got a much larger palette to choose from, depending on your message, your audience, the context, how you are in that day, and so on and so on. Am I understanding that correctly? 100%.
100%. You do, all of those colors are authentic. Your default, your preference may be your purple or maybe some other color at that point. Sure, just like the way that you dress, you may prefer to have your gym clothes, your t-shirts, your sweatpants or whatever is comfortable, but you're not going to go to a board meeting dressed that way. You just know better. Similarly, if you go to the pool or you go to a black tie formal event, you're going to dress appropriate for the context, even if it's not your preferred way of dressing. You know that your message won't land with the audience. They may not even let you in the door, for that matter. So similarly, you need to dress your message through the way that you articulate it, the way that you frame it for that audience. And just because it's not your preference, okay, doesn't mean it's inauthentic. That's an important distinction to make.